All right, today we're going to be doing lesson 13, and we're going to be converting tenths to hundredths in order to add the fractions, and then we're going to be converting that into a decimal number sentence. Okay, so let's start with the first step. The first step is to take our tenths and turn them into hundredths. So we can just look at what they did here first. This is the fraction that they needed to convert, and this is the fraction they converted it into. So what did they do? They literally added a 0 to the top and a 0 to the bottom, because wherever you do the top, you must do the bottom, right? Then if you add that together, you'll have 5 and 27 hundredths. And then here they took 5 and 2 tenths and they added it to 7 hundredths, and then you would get 5 and 27 hundredths, because you have to order this. So when you add, remember you have to line up your decimals, okay? And so your 0 would be there and your 2 would be there. So then you bring down your 7, because that would be 0, 2, 5, okay? All right, so let's look at B, because they did B for us again. So we needed to change this into hundredths. And so they turned the 2, they did it slightly different here. So they turned the 2 tenths into 20 hundredths, but what they did was they added the whole number first, because here was a 0, so over here they added the whole number. So you see how 5 and 3 is 8. And then they took the 2 over 10 and made it 20 over 100, and then they're going to add that. Okay? So they want us to do it. So they want us to do it. The first number is only going to have one whole number. So wait for it to get clear again. The first one's only going to have one whole number, and that's going to have two whole numbers. So we do it. So let's go ahead and do this first. So let's first, I'm going to rewrite it down here so we can compare the two things. So we have 6, and then to make it hundredths, I'm going to add a 0 to 0. So I have 6, 550 over 100 plus 100. Now, you're at home. If you want to put 0 and 0, go for it, and then add it. I'm fine with that. So then we're going to have 6 plus 0, because there's no other whole number, is 6. And then we have 50 plus 1 over 100. So then for our decimal, we have to write 6 and 5 tenths. So 6 and 5 tenths plus 100th. So 100th. Now, let's look at a place value chart real quick. So we have tenths, hundredths. Okay. So if I'm doing 100th, I can put the 1 in the hundredths place. I know my decimal's here, if that helps. So you can get out your place value chart or draw a little place value chart if you need to. Okay. Then we have this one here. So let's go ahead and do kind of the way they did it. So let's make that into hundredths. Let's say 6 plus 7 is 13. 50 plus 1 is 51 for 100. We do it that way, we have less error on when we copy. Then we can say 6 and 5 tenths plus 7, and then we have 100th equals 13 and 51 hundredths. Okay, I'm going to do one more this way. So we're going to do one more. So let's do the one here right here. So let's add our zeros to make it hundredths. We're going to say 4 plus 5 is 9. 90 plus 10 is 100. 100 over 100. Now 100 over 100 is what? So that equals 10. Because 100 over 100 is 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. So let's see how it's going to look as a decimal. So 1 and 9 tenths. And then 1 and 10 hundredths. So we have our place value chart here, and we have 10 hundredths. Can we leave two numbers there? No, we have to move one over. So 10 hundredths is actually 1/10. plus 5 and 1/10. So if I line those up like I should when I'm adding decimals, I get 9 plus, carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 5 is 10. Bring down my decimal. Straight down. Okay? Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a decimal, and we're going to write it as, write them in fraction form after solving. You write in complete sentence in decimal form. Alright, so just to make sure you can do it either way is really all this practice is for. I don't know that I can't think of a situation where you would do this on your own, except that this is to show us if you know how to do decimal versus fraction. So let's rewrite it first in fraction form. So 8 and 6/10 plus 4, 67, and how many hundredths? Then we're going to add a 0 to it. And then we'll say this is 12 and 127 hundredths. Now, that's an improper fraction, so I need to rewrite it. So I'm going to take away 100, so minus 100, which is 1 whole. So that's going to be 13 and 27 100ths. See what I did? I said 12 plus 1 is 13 and 27 hundredths. Okay? How does that look as decimal form? Well, we're going to say 9, 6, 4, 6, 7. So we have 7, 12, carry your 1, 13, 27. Is that the same as that? It is. Okay? And so that's what you got there. Alright, so I'm going to do two things. I'm going to attach it so that you can answer it electronically if you want, but if it's easier for you to write it than to type all those fractions in, go ahead and either write it out on a piece of paper and send it to me, or have your parents print it out again. Okay? Thank you.